Welcome back to We're Having Fun. I am Mark. Hello.
Hi, I'm Krista.
It's back. What's up? Hey.
Okay.
What's new going on today? Nothing?
There was a teaser trailer for Our Flag Means Death, which made me
Did we not
very
talk
happy.
about that last weekend?
No.
Oh.
We talked about, there was like the article.
Oh.
About it, and they said it would be coming out in October, but didn't have the date. October 5th, baby!
Yep.
I'm so excited. So, yeah.
So, what did you think of the trailer? Did it look good?
Yes.
Yeah? You're
Yes,
excited?
I was smiling the whole time. I was so excited for it. It looks so good.
Yeah.
Finally got to see not all my characters, but all the
friends.
characters.
They're back.
Yeah. Got to see what they're going to look like in the new season.
Yeah.
So, looks really good.
Yeah. So, I haven't really been paying as much attention as you.
Well,
which
obviously.
is an understatement.
Yeah.
So, when I watched it, I was lost for some of it. But, yeah. It looks like it's going to be fun.
I hope
I
so.
think so. Yeah.
It's only 8 episodes this season, though.
Oh, really? How much
Yep.
was last time?
10.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not too much
Yeah.
less, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
Maybe they'll be like longer or something. I don't know.
Maybe. All right. Well,
yeah.
that's exciting.
So October, October is spooky month. I already like October, and now this is going to be dropping
Yep.
like every week in October, basically. So, man, it just makes it even better.
All right. Well, this week we're watching Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Yep.
The final movie in our MCU rewatch.
Yep.
Since we started with what?
We started with Black Widow when it came
Widow.
out, because that was our first year of the pod.
Uh-huh.
And that was the first MCU movie we did, was Black Widow. And
Surprising that that's the next movie. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like it should be.
yeah.
Huh, weird. Because I saw that here, right?
Yeah,
So Far From Home? Was that the last one I saw in Arizona?
probably.
Wow, weird.
Unless I'm forgetting a movie, but there's
No,
nothing
seems
else,
right.
right?
Unless, like, Eternals? No?
Eternals was after.
After.
Because we covered it too.
Huh.
And, they took a long time because of the pandemic.
They did, that's true.
They didn't release anything.
That's true. Okay.
So.
Well, Far From Home. That's what we're watching. So, what'd you think of it this time compared to other times you saw it?
That's fine.
Yeah? I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think I was coming down last time I saw it off Endgame. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't like I liked it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like, oh man, that was good. I was just like, yeah, it's good, but it's
Yeah.
But now
yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, it was fun. I liked it. It was a fun time.
Yeah, there were several funny scenes in there that were
Yeah.
I had kind of forgotten about.
Yeah. It still probably is the weakest of the Spider-Man movies of this batch. Not
guess
all of
so.
the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, I mean, the best one, of course, is still
No Way Home.
Homecoming. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, yes, obviously, No Way Home.
You love Homecoming.
No.
Yeah.
No Way Home, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that this one and Homecoming are pretty close
Okay.
for me.
Yeah. All right.
But I don't know.
I could see it. Still good. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, what happened in this movie?
I guess I'm starting off. I always start us off.
I can if you would like.
I feel like I always start us off. I feel like I talk so much.
That's it's you're like it's this like wrestling. We have the play-by-play person, and then we have color commentator.
So I'm the play-by-play.
You're play-by-play
Okay.
with but that doesn't mean you can't throw in some color.
Okay.
That's there's nothing wrong with that.
All right. Well, I mean, I do take copious notes.
That is why. That's what the play-by-play person usually does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we start off in Mexico.
Yep.
Nick Fury and Maria Hill show up.
Mm-hmm.
There was a cyclone that hit this town, and reports are that the cyclone had a face.
Yep.
So that's kind
It
of
was
weird.
devastating.
And then some kind of rock monster or whatever pops up too while they're there, and this
Thank goodness somebody
mysterious
shows up.
person shows up and takes it down. And don't really see the end of that whole thing. We just kind of see him show up and start fighting it, and then
Yeah.
it goes into the Marvel logo.
Yeah.
And Whitney Houston is singing "I Will Always Love You," and I was like, "Wait a minute, is this what I think it is?"
I forgot about this.
I that too.
And then I was like, oh, yes.
Yeah, because there's like an in memoriam video for Tony Stark, of course.
Yes.
Steve Rogers also. Natasha Romanoff.
We lost him, yeah.
And Vision.
So Cap did walk into that lake.
I don't think we know that Cap walked into the lake, but he's no longer Captain America. Maybe people just think that he died.
Maybe. Because now he looks all old.
Because he's an old man now.
Hashtag not my Captain America.
Exactly. So
my Captain America ain't got those wrinkles.
So I guess they're just assuming that he's dead. He's assumed dead.
That wrinkly old man ain't Cap. Liar.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so it's mostly Tony though.
Yeah.
Because everybody loved Tony Stark.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm like, did they?
I mean,
yeah, but
we're Team Cap here.
Yeah,
we're a Cap household.
It's true. It's true. Oh,
we drink Coke and we like Cap.
I was surprised that they put Nat and Vision in there also, because I was just expecting it all to be Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Because like at one point it shows the art classroom and there's a whole back wall that's just Iron Man drawings.
Yeah.
No Cap in there. No Nat. No Vision. Just all Iron Man.
One picture, like, I couldn't tell if he was, like, looking like he was the Sphinx or something, kind of laying down like a cat. Like, with his front paws in front of him. I don't know. I think some people got a little weird with the drawings.
Yeah.
Maybe he was flying. Maybe that's supposed to be him flying, but...
Probably.
He looked like a kitty cat.
So anyway, this is an in memoriam video that is playing on like the student news channel for Peters High School.
Yeah.
What's it called? What's the high school?
Oh, I don't remember.
Midland?
Sure.
Midland High School? Maybe?
I don't know.
It's mid something.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
They're the Tigers. I do know that.
They are.
I don't know what significance that is.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
It's my favorite animal, so
it's
makes
true.
sense. It's the best mascot.
I was a tiger at one point.
Oh, you're my tiger.
Rare.
Usually the jackpot.
Gosh. So anyway, they're talking about the snap, which of course it has officially been named the blip, which I can't stand. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like that it's
weird.
called the blip. I get that they all blipped out of existence for 5 years and came back, but I don't like the name of it.
Yeah.
Because it was the snap for so long is what people called it.
Yeah.
Or what the fans called it. And then they come in with this and it's like the blip. And I'm like,
Yeah, it is weird. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I would have gotten a better name.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would have named it. The Happening. The trees
are attacking.
The trees are killing us?
So, lots of people got snapped out of existence that were in the school.
Yeah.
And then they all came back.
It
was like the middle of the basketball game.
Yeah.
People just were gone and then came back in the middle of another basketball game.
Yeah. Which, a lot of people have had questions about this. Like, what if people were flying in a plane when they got snapped and then they just reappear just in the air, just falling down, I guess?
But I'm pretty sure they've said that when the Hulk snapped everybody back, that he said safely back or something like that.
I like that.
So that nobody would snap, blip back inside of somebody else's body, It just happened to be in that same spot.
Yeah. Got real lucky with that. Good job, Hulk.
So I think that's what happened. He was smart Hulk.
That's
he was, he was thinking of all the angles.
And compassionate Hulk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, they all came back 5 years later. So the people who were not snapped grew up 5 years.
Yep.
And now are in high school with these people who got snapped out. Which is strange.
Yeah.
And also even though they had done midterms, they had to start the whole year over again, which is really annoying.
Yeah. Because no time has passed for them.
Exactly. Because they
study all this again.
They were gone and then they were right there again. You know? That's baloney. That's malarkey. What's up with that?
I'd argue that one. I'd be like, no, let me start from here.
Exactly. It's like, I was literally just here.
Yeah.
Like a second ago.
Yeah.
And you're going to make me redo all my work? No.
Yeah. I think you can just give them credit.
Right? Come on.
Just, they've been through a blip.
Exactly. I mean, honestly, they didn't have to deal with anything while they were gone.
It's true.
Because they were just like, we're back. Oh, man.
Yeah.
So they're getting ready to go on a school trip to Europe.
Yep.
Peter's class, or certain people in Peter's class. What is it? It's not the whole class.
It's got to be that, like, that group that was in the competition.
Maybe?
Probably. Yeah.
I would imagine so. Cause
the mathletes or whatever they were.
it
Trivia
was like
bowl.
Academic bowl kind of thing.
Yeah.
The academic club. I don't know what it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I guess they won nationals.
Because all of those people that go were like the ones that we have originally seen. They were all in there together.
Yeah.
And then I'm guessing the other ones maybe were people who had grown up and ended up in that class, and then they had to just kind of, or not class but club, and they had to combine them all or whatever.
Probably, yeah.
So that's what I would think.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Because I mean, we do have Brad, who was somebody who grew 5 years and is in there with him.
Yeah.
Gosh, I can't stand him. Brad's the worst. I thought Flash Thompson was bad.
Yeah. He's obvious bad. Brad's that subtle Brad. Brad? Bad.
Brad's the nice guy. Bad.
Ugh, those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, surprisingly, he's not the one wearing a fedora, though.
Yeah. Yeah. How are we supposed to root for you, Ned, when you're wearing that fedora?
So, anyway, they're talking about, Ned and Peter are talking about their plans for Europe, for the Europe trip. And Peter has this whole plan about he's going to go, while they're in Venice, he's going to go find a necklace with like a black dahlia on it. He's going to give it to MJ and confess his feelings and everything. And Ned's like, what are you talking about? Bachelors in Europe. We should be...
on the prowl.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, I don't know about that. So, we scoot forward. There's Aunt May is talking to people who were
feast,
like homeless.
I think is what it is. Yeah.
It's like who are homeless because of the blip.
Yeah, they come back and like their homes are being lived in by other people.
Yeah, because Aunt May says that she came back and the wife thought that she was like the mistress or whatever. So, oops.
Which is kind of weird. Because, I mean, there's half as many people. Do they really need to move into a new place? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I feel like there'd be a lot of room. A lot of people aren't going to be as forced out.
Well, maybe it makes more sense for them to only have, like, to consolidate buildings so that they don't have to worry about turning the power on in some buildings or something.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe even whole blocks. Who knows?
Yeah, since they weren't even picking up trash in San Francisco. But they had Fortnite.
Exactly.
I don't care where you're living. We're getting Fortnite.
So, obviously that means that Aunt May was blipped also.
Mm-hmm.
So, she's back, of course.
Mm-hmm. Better than ever.
Yep. They give their little speech. Oh my god. They give their little speech. Spider-Man gives a speech, which is basically like, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks, Aunt May. Thank you.
Well, he doesn't say Aunt May.
Oh, yeah.
He says May Parker. Because that'd be kind of weird if he was like, thanks, Aunt May. And they're like, wait, Aunt May? Who is this? Who's Spider-Man? Who's
trying to piece this together?
Who's her nephew? Yeah, May Parker. Yes. And thanks, everybody. Mm-hmm. And then they walk out. He's like, I think that went really well. Oh, man.
She's like, you're a little wooden.
Yeah. So Happy shows up. Happy and May are kind of acting weird toward each other.
A little flirty.
Yeah. She's like, oh, I like your beard. He's like, that's my blip beard, because apparently he did not blip away. So, yep. So he was there the whole time.
It's not a great blip beard either. I mean, it's not much of anything.
It's not. That's
fine.
It's like you 5 years on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I get it. As a guy who's not like growing a sweet beard, I get it. After 5 years, probably what I would look like too. But, yeah.
So Aunt May goes back out to whatever the little thing is that they're talking at, and leaves them alone.
I'm pretty sure it's Feast.
Okay. And Happy's like, Nick Fury's going to be calling you.
Mm-hmm.
And so his phone starts ringing, and he sends it to voicemail. He's like, you just sent Nick Fury to voicemail.
Big mistake.
Okay, I wouldn't have done that.
A mistake.
Huge. Yeah, so he's like, I'll deal with it later. I have to go on my field trip.
Mm-hmm. I got regular things to do.
Exactly. So he heads back out there to the feast. People are, well, technically at this point it's just like a question and answer kind of session.
He's answering questions.
But everybody is concerned about like Avengers stuff. They don't want to know about like the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man stuff.
What's going to happen if they come back? If they attack us again?
What about more aliens? And who's the leader of the Avengers now? And all this stuff.
Are you the next Iron Man?
Yeah. And he's like, I'm gonna go. So
it's a lot of pressure for him. He's freaking out.
Yep. So he goes and he sits on top of a building and he looks over. There's like a tribute to Iron Man on the building.
I'm pretty sure, was that the building that they all meet up in No Way Home? With his thinking roof?
I don't know.
Looked similar.
I don't know. Because I thought that was like on top of the school or something, but I'm not
I don't think it's on the school.
I don't know.
I
thought it was on top of the school because that's where he and MJ were laying at the beginning of the movie, of the third movie.
Could be.
But I don't know.
Could be.
So, anyway, he's just kind of contemplating life, I guess. He goes back to, he's got to pack for his trip. Mm-hmm. Aunt May throws a banana at him, and it hits him, and she's like, what happened to your Peter Tingle? You're supposed to be able to,
Yeah, they never really explained why his, spider sense wasn't
maybe
fully
it just
working.
Took a while to come back because maybe the blip did something to him. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't explain it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so she's like, don't forget to pack your Spider-Man suit. He's like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So then it's time for the trip. Time to get on that airplane, head to Europe.
Yay.
Ned's there in his hat.
In his sweet hat.
God, I hate that hat so much.
He's killing it.
So they're sitting together. Brad is flirting with MJ.
Yeah.
Peter's like, oh, this Brad.
This guy. Because he wanted to watch movies with her all flight.
Yeah, he even bought like a double
dual adapter
for headphones so they can watch movies together.
Yep.
So MJ is sitting with Betty.
Yeah.
Betty Brant.
Yeah, Peter kind of messes this up, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because he's sitting with Ned.
Mm-hmm.
See,
why didn't he just automatically sit with MJ?
Or, no, what you do, because, okay, so I was in marching band. We'd go to the football games all the time. Don't roll your eyes.
I wasn't rolling my eyes.
You rolled your eyes so hard. You did. I saw your eyes.
I flicked my eyes back
I saw
there, and then I flicked them back again.
No. I saw it go back. Do not.
I did not roll my eyes.
I said...
this is rolling my eyes.
No, you went back. You went like... It was amazing. Anyway, it's fine. Okay, so...
That was rolling my eyes.
I know. I saw it before. When
my eyes just went too far.
You get on the bus and because we go to the game, you got a girl you like, right? And you want to see, does she like you? So you sit in the seat, and there's another seat next to you. You leave that one open. You sit next to the window and you wait. Maybe when she's coming down there, like, hey, what's up? Oh, she sat in the seat next to you. You're in. You don't sit with your friend. You don't do that. You
and the thing is, it was like a 3-seat section too, wasn't it? It looked like
in the middle is.
It looked like they were.
Oh yeah, they
were
probably
on the side.
were.
It looked like there were 3 seats, and Ned was just like right next to him.
Yeah.
It's like, why didn't Ned sit?
You gotta sit on the window, baby.
It's like have one of them sit on the window, one sit on the aisle.
Yeah.
There's a middle seat there.
You make it as easy as possible because they're not going to want to climb over. Yeah. But I mean, honestly, I felt this whole thing because that was high school that was fun for that kind of stuff. Young innocent love, so sweet. But nobody as great as you, of course. Let's move on.
It's fine.
None of them compare.
I'm sure none of them would roll their eyes at you, would they?
You'd be surprised.
So, oh my goodness.
So the movie's over, and that's it. Okay, thanks for joining us.
So I guess Mark's gotta go.
Got a heart out.
No, so Ned goes over. Why didn't it seems more like Peter should have gone over and done all this instead of, because of course Ned's gonna mess it up.
Yeah,
it's Ned.
Yeah,
why are you letting him do anything?
Peter just doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah, so should have gone over like, hey Betty, you want to switch right quick?
Exactly.
My boy Ned, he likes you.
There you go. Exactly. It's like he's kind of.
But then she wouldn't have left.
Yeah, she would have been like, no. Yeah. So Ned goes over. He's like, Betty, do you mind sitting up wherever? Because Peter's got an allergy to perfume, and the person in front of us is wearing a lot of perfume and all this stuff. It would have made more sense if he'd said, "Can I sit here instead?" to MJ. Can I sit here because I have a perfume allergy?
Yeah, just trade with MJ.
Yeah. Why not?
I don't know.
Ned,
messed
come on!
up.
You just messed everything up. Anyway, so he says Peter has a perfume allergy. The teacher overhears. He's like, "Oh my gosh, we got to get him out of here!" So he heads back to the back with Peter to sit back there.
Like, this is a very important problem.
And then why does Ned have to move at all? Ned doesn't have to move, but he moves and sits in MJ's seat, which makes MJ have to sit next to Brad. It makes no sense. Yeah. Why? Ned, you're just messing everything up. Yeah. Ned's not the one with the perfume allergy. Yeah. He can still sit up there.
He can.
Gosh. Anyway, so...
And I think Peter moved even closer to the perfume. Like, or where it would have been. Because they, like, sat farther up than everybody else. Or did they sit behind?
They were in the back.
Oh, yeah, they were in the back. Never mind.
Because he could see MJ and Brad, like, watching the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So things do not go the way they're planned.
Brad splitting movies with her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and of course, the teacher sees that Peter has brought his dual adapter and is like, oh, we can watch movies together. And it's like, this is not what I wanted. And then, of course, Ned and Betty are sitting next to each other, and he's playing some kind of video game.
Yeah.
And she's not interested at all.
Yeah.
So, and also Flash is... I guess in first class.
Of course, yeah.
Because it's Flash.
Yeah.
And he's trying to drink champagne. And they're like, he's not 21 yet. He may have blipped, but he's still 16. Yeah. You know? So,
he did not age enough.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, it's crazy. Oh, and also the teacher is talking about how his wife pretended to blip out.
Just to go have an affair with another guy. We had a funeral and everything.
It's so sad.
It is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, poor Martin Starr.
Poor Martin Starr.
Amadeus Cho.
Oh man. So they get to Venice.
Mm-hmm.
They have to go through customs when they come in.
Yeah.
Peter gets stopped, of course.
Because there's a banana.
Yeah. It's like you can't bring fruit into a foreign country.
Yeah.
So, but of course, what else is in his suitcase?
Yeah.
His Spider-Man suit. And Aunt May has left a little note on there saying, thought you might need this or whatever. They don't say anything about the Spider-Man suit. They just take the banana and they're like, you can go.
Think it's a cosplay suit.
Probably.
Yeah.
So they're getting ready to head to their hotel and everything, and Ned and Betty are now a couple.
Yes.
Because they talked on the plane and realized they had some things in common.
And there was some turbulence and they held hands.
They had held hands, exactly. Yep. So now they're a thing.
They are.
And Peter's like, what happened to the whole Bachelors in Europe thing? He's like, well, I was a boy before. And then I met a woman and now I'm a man. Yeah. It's like, okay. And then they keep calling each other babe the whole time.
Yeah, like, I've never seen a couple that reflected our relationship quite as much as Ned. We're always so happy-go-lucky calling each other babe.
And then we break up at the end of the movie.
But we respect each other.
He's into video games. She's not. That's not right.
That's not true. I wasn't.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know. On the news.
No. I would never have done the student news in my high school. I would have been too scared.
Aww.
People are gonna make fun fun of me.
Yeah, that's seriously though, that would be tough in high school. Nah.
So anyway, they're in Venice now. They go to their hotel. Hotel is sinking, basically.
Yeah, it's Venice.
As with Venice, everywhere. But they go off, they do touristy things.
Yep, as you do.
And Peter goes off to find the necklace for MJ. Finds one. He's got his little Black Dahlia necklace. It's perfect.
Yep. She's gonna love it because of the murder.
Exactly.
She's a dark one.
She is. Yeah.
She likes the morbid.
She does. So, I mean, but honestly, when I was watching it in the movie theater and they were like, and he was talking about how, you know, oh, I'm going to get a Black Dahlia necklace. I was like, the murder? So,
But were you excited about it? Oh, like the murder.
No.
Okay, so you're all right. Okay. You're all right.
Okay. So then suddenly things start happening, weird things happen in the water. And then this, like, waterman basically comes up out of the canal and starts destroying
Starts being
things.
watery.
Everybody runs except for Peter, of course. Because he's like, okay, I guess I gotta do something about this.
But he left his suit at the room.
At the hotel.
He's on vacation.
Yeah, exactly. So he puts on like a carnival mask or whatever and uses that to kind of hide his identity.
Yeah, can't really do much. Shoots webs through the thing.
Yeah, it's not going to help because it's water.
Yeah.
And it is like attacking the Rialto Bridge. Or at least I'm assuming that's the bridge it was because it looked like the Rialto. And then Mysterio shows up.
He's back.
He's there to take down this bad guy.
Yay.
And he starts fighting it.
Yeah, he's trying to lead it out of the city, but it's really just destroying everything.
Oh, yeah. It is. I'm like, why?
It's just not going
Why
well
are you doing this? It's like, you're destroying Venice.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have enough problems.
Yeah.
Like, it's not already sinking.
Yeah.
Into
it does
the
not
sea.
need a waterman. Boy, what a real metaphor, though. Water destroying Venice. It's deep, like water.
Okay. So, he's trying to lead it out of the city.
Yeah.
And
Spider-Man's just trying to, like, clean up everything.
He's
keep
trying to,
buildings from falling apart.
Yeah, he's trying to keep buildings from falling and everything. And then finally, Mysterio defeats it.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, wow, that's so cool. Clap, clap, clap.
We don't know his name, Mysterio,
No,
right
we
now.
don't. We don't know who he is. He's just a mysterious man. He's a Mysterio Luomo. Mystery man.
Yep.
Which is what they call him on Italian TV.
Yep.
When they're reporting on it. And so they're like, ooh, Mysterio, that sounds cool.
It's a good name.
It's a good name, exactly. So when he's talking to Aunt May.
Yes.
And she's like, oh, was that Mr. Strange? That was helping you out? And he's like,
no,
Dr. Strange. No. But yeah, we find out that Flash loves Spider-Man because he's like, Spider-Man could have taken him down.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you love Spider-Man so much?
And then he hates Peter.
Yeah, immediately says something mean to Peter. It's like, oh my gosh. Yeah. So they're on the way back. They go back to their room. Because, of course, Peter and Ned are rooming together.
Well, of course.
And Ned goes down.
He gets tranked.
He gets tranked. Because Nick Fury is in the room.
He's there.
Yep. He's, like, trying to explain everything. He's like, Mexico, there was an attack in Mexico, and then there was an attack in Morocco, and people just keep knocking on that door.
Yeah.
So he's like,
teachers,
the teacher, Betty, both of the teachers, I think.
Yeah.
And
everyone.
And he's like, if another person knocks on that door, there's going to be murder, basically. I'm going to kill them. So they leave. They go to their little headquarters, and to the S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters.
Mysterio's there.
Well, first, Fury gives him something that Tony Stark left for Peter.
Yeah.
He's like, he left these for you. He opens it up. It's a pair of glasses. It's a pair of glasses, and it has like a little note from Tony in there. And so he just he's like, okay, cool.
Go bye.
Yep. And so then they introduce him to Quentin Beck.
Yes, Mysterio. Played by Jake Gyllenhaal, who was almost Spider-Man himself back for Spider-Man 2. Yeah, Tobey was holding out. And Jake was maybe going to do it.
Okay.
But Tobey came through.
Yep.
Sorry, Jake. You'll have to be Mysterio, loser.
Oh my gosh. So anyway, he's talking about how he's from Earth 833.
Yeah, and he calls the MCU Earth 616,
616.
and that's a hot button issue for us comic heads, because the comic universe is Earth 616.
Yeah.
But he's of course lying.
He's lying, so he's probably just made it up, you know?
Yeah.
He's just like, this is Earth 616.
Yeah.
And I'm from Earth 833. So
yeah. So, we calmed down, but it was close there.
For a while there.
I nearly stopped watching these movies just because of them.
Okay.
That's not true.
So, so they talk a little bit about the multiverse.
Yep.
And he's talking about the bad guys are the elementals.
Mm-hmm. They destroyed his homeworld.
Yes, they just kept attacking. They'd come back and attack more, and that they were stronger every time.
Yeah.
And finally, the fire elemental destroyed Earth 833.
Yeah, killed his wife and daughter.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he said daughter.
Wife and kid, or kids,
Family.
or something. I don't know, family, whatever.
They did.
Yep. And he's like, it's attacking the same places here that it attacked there. So the next one is going to be Prague.
Mm-hmm.
And Peter's like, well, I'm going to Paris, so see ya. I need to do this.
Yeah.
And is this one Nick Fury? But it's later when Nick Fury is really on his case about like putting his friends in danger, but it's later.
Yeah.
So it's going to be attacking Prague, and he's like, okay, well, I got to finish my field trip.
Yep.
So he leaves, and
it's like, I don't want to end, man.
Yep.
I'm out. I'm on a field trip.
Yep. He's like, I have a life, you know?
Yeah, and then if they see Spider-Man's here or I'm going to be here, people are going to figure it out, and then I'm going to be all out there as Spider-Man, and that's not good. Mm-hmm. He's like, okay, I get that. Okay. Well, let me help you out.
Yep. So the next morning, they're leaving Venice. They're going to be heading to Paris.
Yep.
And the teacher's like, we got an upgrade. We're going to Prague.
Yep.
And Peter's like, dang it.
Nick Fury
did it again. Yep. So they're heading out on the bus. On the bus, he puts on the glasses. Mm-hmm. And the glasses have like their own little AI kind of thing.
Yep.
Called Edith, which stands for Even Dead, I'm the Hero.
Yep. Tony.
You
narcissist.
Yep. So he's like, oh, this is interesting because it like he can just look at somebody and it tells like all this information about him.
Yep. Sees Ned and
Betty texting each other, miss you too, and it's like you literally sitting next to each other.
That's so us.
No, it is not.
That is so us.
We would not be putting miss you and miss you too. We would be sending each other like memes.
I do miss you right now.
Yeah, you're about to miss me when I kick you out. So mean to you.
No.
People are gonna be like, oh, why does he put up with her? She's so mean.
No. This is just an act. We're gonna kissy after this. We're gonna do kissies later.
Oh my gosh. Kissies.
Stop being weird.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So they stop somewhere in like Austria or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, 10 minutes for a bathroom break. Mm-hmm. So the bus driver is one of Nick Fury's guys.
Yeah.
And he points him to a building to go into. So he goes over there and there's another agent in there and she's like, we made you a Spider-Man suit, put it on. He's like, okay. She's like, take off your clothes.
Yeah.
It's like, this is so weird.
How about you let him go in the other room or something?
It's like, how about you just like let him do this in private? I don't know.
I guess it's Europe, you know.
It's like, or does he have to put it on right now? Can he not like just take it with him and put it on later?
Well, she wants to make sure it fits.
I guess so.
Because he's like, I'm sure it fits. That's fine.
Yeah.
She's like, no.
Take off your clothes.
Take off your clothes.
So, of course, he gets his pants down and who comes in? Brad.
What are you even doing, Brad?
I was looking for the restroom. It's like, boy, you know the restrooms are over there. You were just following him.
Follow the guides, bro.
Yeah, so anyway, Brad comes in. He sees him, takes a picture of him with his pants down.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is not cool.
Nope.
And then he's basically going to blackmail him.
Yeah,
because he's like, I like MJ, and you like MJ, and I'm going to show her this picture, and she's not going to like you anymore.
Sorry about your damn luck.
Yeah, so anyway, not cool, Brad.
Not cool at all. Brad sucks.
Such a Brad move.
Man,
you know?
that is classic Brad.
Anyway, so they get back on the bus. He puts Edith back on.
Yeah.
And he's like, Brad Davis, I need I need help with this. And Edith is like, is Brad Davis a target? And he's like, yep. So it's like, all right, drone strike on Brad Davis. It's like, no, wait, no. Which this was really funny.
Keeps trying to cancel the drone strike, but
people
Flash
keep asking him questions.
Glasses, they fall off.
Yeah, Flash grabs the glasses, puts them on, and he's still trying to stop it. And of course, he punches accidentally punches Flash and grabs the glasses back. The girl behind Flash is like, "Did you just flash? Did you just Flash? Did you just punch Flash?" Right as Edith is asking, "You want to stop the drone strike?"
Yeah,
and so he's answering the girl and says, "No, no, I didn't punch him." And of course, Edith is like, "No, okay, drone strike's still going."
Yeah,
and just a bunch of stuff like that. He drops the glasses at one point, I think, and
Edith does not know how to read a situation.
I think
she's no Jarvis.
Yeah, I think one of the teachers asks him something, and that makes him answer the wrong thing. He's
trying to tell him to like sit down. Yeah, so he has to distract him with goats.
Yeah,
and then he jumps out and is able to web the drone before it kills Brad.
Instead of saying, "Edith, stop the drone strike."
Yeah,
he just destroys the drone.
I mean, I guess it would have been suspicious.
I guess so. Anyway, so he's like, "Okay, let's try that again." And then it shows Brad. He's trying to show the picture to MJ, but the picture is deleted. It's not there anymore. So it's like, why didn't you just do that in the first place instead of saying he's a target?
He's obviously not good at this stuff.
He's not.
We saw this on the plane.
Exactly. So they get to Prague.
Yeah.
They get to Prague. They get to the hotel and everything, and he has to go meet up with Nick Fury. Yeah. So he's meeting up with Nick and he's meeting up with Fury.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. He's meeting up with Fury and with...
You scroll!
Nicholas?
Sorry, I just had to take out Krista. She was a scroll. She just revealed herself. So that's why she wouldn't be all romantic with Mary.
So he meets up with Fury and with Quentin Beck, and of course when they say Quentin Beck, he's like Mysterio, because he's like, I like that name. That's my name now. So Peter says that. He's like, no, I'm Mysterio. no, Quentin Beck's like,
Mysterio, please.
No, Quentin Beck's like, yeah, I'm Mysterio.
Yeah.
So
they put together a plan.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna be in the tower. He's gonna like let them know when things start going down or whatever, I guess. And Nick Fury he's very mean to Peter, to me.
He is.
Because he starts talking about how it's like you're putting your friends in danger and you did the drone strike and all this stuff, and it's like, you don't really deserve those glasses and stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, you're part of the problem in this movie right now. Because you're making him feel inadequate.
Yes. And he loves Mysterio. He's all for Mysterio. Believes everything Mysterio's saying. Which we're like, Nick.
Yeah.
Fury, I mean.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh no!
You girls!
Scrolls!
Talos, is that you?
Oh, thank goodness. We're okay. Yeah. So, something's weird.
Yeah. And he's like, I need a way to get my friends out of danger because there's this big carnival that's happening and everybody wants to go to it.
Carnival.
It's not the way they say it in the movie.
I know.
Anyway, the way you said that too.
I was saying it like Creed from The Office. Have you seen that outtake?
No, but your face when you did it was so funny. Carnival. No, I don't think I've seen that one.
You'll have to see that.
Which is surprising because I've seen a lot of outtakes from The Office. Oh, man. So he gets them all tickets to the opera.
Yes.
It's like a 4-hour-long opera.
Because they need to be inside.
Yep, so they can be inside, away from the elemental that is supposed to be showing up.
Yeah, nobody's excited.
No.
Ned.
Well, Ned is pretending to be excited because Peter wants him to pretend to be excited, so maybe the others will be excited and not go outside.
That's right.
The teacher's very excited.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's like, oh, wow, we get to go to the opera. Do you know how hard it is to go to to get tickets to the opera? And then they get to the opera and there's nobody there.
Right. Because like, everybody's at Carnival.
Yeah, exactly. So they get there. MJ is dressed up. And he's like, you look pretty. She's like, oh, is that like the only worth I have is if I look pretty or whatever? And he's like, she's like, just joking.
Yeah, you look pretty too.
You look pretty too. Yeah. Oh,
Brad
cute.
wants to save her a seat. Mm-hmm. She's like, hey, you want to go get some of those binoculars? I'll save you a seat.
We'll sit together. Cute. So he's like, yeah, sure. But of course...
He's got to go.
Yeah, he's got to go. So he's like, you go get us some seats and I'll meet up with you. So she goes over. He leaves. Brad sits next to her. Ugh, Brad. Ugh. So she sees that he's leaving and she gets up and follows him.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Betty and Ned... Well, Betty's like, oh, do you think he's going to the carnival? Let's go. And Ned's like, oh, no. We're not supposed to go outside. But okay. So they leave too.
Poor
they
Ned.
Head off to the carnival. The carnival. So he's there. He's in his new suit. It's just like an all-black suit.
Yeah.
And
almost Spider-Man noir-y a little bit.
Yeah.
But not really.
Not really, but a little. And he lets them know when the elemental arrives.
Yep.
Here comes
Santa Claus.
Mysterio. I wanted to call him Magneto. Why?
It's
just
so
an
easy.
M and an O. And that's
that's one word. It's easy to do.
So Mysterio shows up. He starts fighting. Spider-Man also is trying to help.
Yep.
Ned and Betty are in the Ferris wheel.
Yep.
Which is not a good place to be, because if the elemental touches metal, then it gains
absorbs
strength. It absorbs it and gains strength, and then it's all over basically.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to keep it away from the Ferris wheel.
Yep.
Betty's like, "Is that Spider-Man?" And Ned's like, "No, that's like a European ripoff of Spider-Man, Night Monkey." And so they're like, "Night Monkey, help! Night Monkey!" Just goes on and on
so
for the rest of the movie, pretty much.
Yep.
Then you'll say little things about Night Monkey.
Yep.
He accidentally webs one of the drones, because there are drones, but it's like we don't know this yet, or. He webs something.
There's a glitch in the Matrix.
Yes, something falls off of it. MJ takes it.
Yep.
It falls down an alley where she is.
Strange.
So she grabs it. And then, of course, Maria Hill shows up in a car. And I'm like, why are you showing up in a car that is made of metal next to the thing that if it touches metal, it will be worse?
Guess... maybe it's fiberglass, mostly.
Maybe.
There's some metal in there.
Yeah. So I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
But it doesn't matter anyway, because he hits scaffolding, and that just powers him up.
Yep. And so Mysterio is like, well, I can't let him take this Earth like it did my Earth. So he powers himself up and he goes through it. And it's like, no, back.
Mysterio,
oh, no,
we love you.
Exactly. And the thing disappears. It's gone. It's
the thing
dead.
Showed up.
The bad guy.
Yeah.
The elemental. Excuse me.
It's clobbering time. And then he left.
He shows up, says his catchphrase, and then just leaves. It was like, I thought it was clobbering time. Where'd you go?
Sweet Aunt Petunia, I gotta go.
So, yeah.
He did it.
He did it. He killed the bad guy.
And he's down on the ground.
He's on the ground.
Hurt, but not really that hurt.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, he gets up. He's doing all right.
Exactly. So Nick Fury is there. He's like talking to Mysterio. He's like, you're real. He's like, you're a real asset. Meet us in Berlin. I think you can help us.
Welcome to the Avengers.
Welcome to the Avengers, basically. Yeah. And then he's like, Parker, you're a disappointment.
Yeah.
It's like, what is wrong? Why are you doing this? He is literally a teenager.
Yeah.
Why are you like this with him?
You're lucky to be alive.
Exactly. It's like, I thought you were going to keep your friends safe, but I guess you didn't, because you suck. And it's like, get out of here. Get out.
Yeah.
He's like, I would invite you to meet us in Berlin, but I know you're on your school trip. You don't want to do anything. So, yeah.
Yeah. Fury's a jerk.
He's like, are you going to step up or not? Peter's like not, I guess.
Chill.
So anyway, he leaves.
Daddy
chill. What the hell is even that?
Then Jake's like, or Mr.
Jake. His name is Jake now. He's no longer Quentin Beck. He is Jake Gyllenhaal.
Like, let's go grab a drink, bro.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I'm not even 21. So he just drinks lemonade, apparently.
Hard lemonade.
Yeah. So yeah, they go grab a drink together. I did make a note that T-Rex, a song by T-Rex, is playing in the background.
No.
Which was in Billy Elliot.
Okay.
And Tom Holland was in the stage production of Billy Elliot. That was like his big break.
Yeah.
So I was like,
and you know who else was in Billy Elliot? Jamie Bell, right?
Was in the movie, yes. And played the Thing.
He's back!
We don't talk about that movie. That movie was awful.
Oh, the Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about Billy Elliot. I was like, oh, it's a good movie.
No. Yeah. We have literally talked about Billy Elliot.
Yeah.
That was like our second or third episode.
Yeah.
I think it was third.
Probably.
Yeah, it was third. So, yeah. Look at that Billy Elliot connection. So, a waitress notices that he has dropped the glasses, and so picks them up and gives them to him. And he's like, oh my gosh. And, of course, Mysterio's like, oh my gosh, are those the glasses from
Oh, they look so dumb on
Tony
you.
Stark? Yeah, he's like, put them on.
Yeah.
They're so cool. And he puts them on. He's like, yeah, they don't really do anything for you.
You're so brave for wearing those ugly glasses
Yeah.
that make you look stupid.
Yeah, he's like, oh, those look real dumb on you.
Oh, what? They look great on me?
Yeah,
Oh.
because he's like, here, you put them on.
Yeah.
And so Mysterio puts them on. He's like, yeah, he looks like Tony Stark.
Yeah.
He looks really cool. You should have these glasses.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, the note from Tony Stark.
It's to you, buddy.
He's like, it was basically him trusting me to pick the next Tony Stark. That's what I think is what it meant. And so he transfers control of Edith to Quentin Beck.
I'm surprised Edith didn't have records on Quentin Beck or something.
Yeah.
To where it'd be like, are you sure? Here's Quentin Beck's information.
Well, you would also think that maybe Nick Fury would have information about Quentin Beck.
Yeah, you know?
Where did Quentin Beck come from?
Yeah. They just accept that whole multiverse deal.
Yeah, was that just not his name and he just came up with a random name?
I don't know. It seems like he kept it going.
Yeah, so...
I don't know.
It doesn't explain it because we get a little bit of his backstory.
Yeah.
So how did they not know that he worked for Stark Industries?
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Anyway.
Everybody dropped the ball on this.
Yeah, so...
But yeah, he transfers it over to him. Like, and we're like, Tony. Peter. I was going to say Tony. I don't know why.
I was like, he's not Tony. Oh, man. So, yeah, he's like, well, here you go. Here's Edith. You're in control now. You're the next Iron Man. I'll see you later.
Bye. I'm leaving.
Going back to my field trip.
Yep.
So he leaves. As soon as he walks away, the whole bar that they're in just the
facade crumbles.
Yep. And they're like, we did it!
Yay.
We got the glasses!
Yeah.
We got the Stark tech! Ooh, yay!
And it's like, let me deliver an exposition speech to everybody in celebration.
Because, of course, he's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
Duh. Yeah, so Tony was his former boss.
Yes.
He came up with, Quentin Beck was the one behind...
Barf.
Yes, Barf. It was a technology that was
They demonstrated in Age of Ultron.
Yes.
Was it Age of Ultron?
It was Civil War.
Civil War.
It was after Age of Ultron because the mother of the guy who died in Sokovia was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hologram technology, basically.
Yeah.
And he came up with it.
Yeah.
And Tony Stark named it Barf, basically. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. And then he fired him.
Yeah. I liked him off on the wings.
Yeah.
Looking like Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs,
over there.
yeah. In his little
like he was going to come
out.
Glasses. A phone. This is Barf.
Yep. So that's Quentin Beck. And he was always mad at Tony because of all that.
Yeah. And he's got a crew.
He's got a crew. Who else do we have? We got William, who was Obadiah Stane. Is that his name?
Yep.
Stane?
Yeah.
It was his right-hand man, I guess. He was in the original Iron Man movie.
Got yelled at.
In a
in a
cave with a box of scraps.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was in that scene that we all know and love. He's played by the kid from A Christmas Story.
Yes, Ralphie.
So he's there. There are a bunch of other people that
it's like a script writer, costume person, and someone else.
I can't remember.
Special effects, maybe.
Something like that. But yeah, they're all working together to use that technology that he created, Barf, to create Mysterio
That's
and
right.
the bad things, the elementals that they've been battling.
Yep.
So it's all an illusion.
Yeah, Michael. They hook it up to hook it up to our network, to our system.
Hook Edith up to it.
Yep.
So now they have control of more drones, basically, because it's got all the Stark Industry drones that are on like a satellite or whatever.
In the land of more drones.
More drones. The land of more drones. Stop. That was good. Yeah, and he's talking about how, no one would listen to them when they were like nobody, basically. They were just tech people or whatever. But if you're a superhero.
If you're a superhero,
people will listen to you. So he's going to be the greatest superhero.
That's right.
So, Oh, and he also, one of the reasons that he got fired from Stark Industries, that Tony fired him, is because he was unstable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can see that.
That adds up, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Tony actually made a good decision there.
There you go. Yep. One of the few he made. So mean to Tony
Not
Stark. It's like, we need to build a whole thing around the Earth. Ultron. Woo. Oh, Tony.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
He made a lot of villains. Literally made them.
So Peter gets back to the hotel. Everybody's there. Ned's like, hey, our trip's canceled. We're going home.
Yep.
Because, of course, everywhere they go, there's like
being
an attack.
Attacked by elementals.
Exactly.
Yep.
So the parents are like, yeah, we want our children to come home, please. So
makes sense.
Yep. So Peter and MJ, they end up going for a walk since it's their last night in Europe.
Yeah. He's going to tell her.
Yep. He's like, I'm going to tell her that I like her. I'm going to give her this necklace and everything. So they walk out there. They're on some bridge where like people were executed and she's just having a great time because, morbid.
Yep.
And then he's like, I have to tell you something. And she's like, you're Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? No.
No. What? Who?
No. Who's Spider-Man? I've never heard of this guy.
I'm a night monkey guy myself.
And she's like, yeah, I literally saw you.
Yeah, I've been watching you. You're always gone. And you're always taken.
Yeah.
And that I'm surprised nobody else really.
Yeah, because he's like,
honestly.
She's like, Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
You were there, and then you weren't, and then Spider-Man was there.
Yeah.
It's like all these different things.
Yeah.
And so she's like, you even use the same webs. And she has the little piece of whatever, the drone that she picked up.
Yeah.
And they're looking at it. And, well, first he's like, oh, were you only following me because you thought I was Spider-Man? And she's like, yeah.
Yeah. Why else would I?
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, oh.
Aw.
Thought you might have liked me. Yeah. So, whatever the little thing is that she picked up.
It's a little projector.
It's a little projector. He's like, ooh, this is weird.
Starts displaying an image.
Yep. It's like a cloud monster kind of thing.
Yep.
And then it shows
doing this?
And then it shows Mysterio. Uh-oh.
It's not real. Mysterio's a liar.
Yep. He's a bad guy.
Phony.
So he's like, oh, okay, so I am Spider-Man and I messed up and I've got to fix it. And
you need to get out of here?
Yeah, we need to go. So we go over to Mysterio, who is they're practicing the drones and stuff.
Their next big thing.
Yep. They're gonna attack London.
Yep.
So they're gonna do like double the damage and everything. And then they realize that he's like, why is this? There's like a little glitch. What's happening here? He's like, William's like, one of the projectors is missing.
Yeah.
And
broke
so
off.
they track it down and they see that MJ took it and she showed it to Peter. So now Peter knows. And now Beck knows that Peter knows. Yep. And he's like, I guess I'm gonna have to kill Peter Parker now.
Yeah.
Great. I didn't want to do this, but now I'm gonna have to.
Threatens his teammates also.
He's like, I will shoot you in the head with these drones. And he's like, please don't. Please don't do that.
He's a little unstable.
Just slightly.
Just a little bit.
So Peter's like, okay, I'm gonna head to Berlin. I have to warn Fury, and that's where he was gonna be going next. And I can't use my phone because it's probably compromised because he probably knows everything.
He's got Edith.
Yep, exactly. So he heads to Berlin.
Yes.
And the others are, well, for now, they're staying in Prague.
Yeah.
So he gets to Berlin. Immediately, Nick Fury shows up and picks him up in a car.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like...
Strange.
Very convenient.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem right, but okay. So it takes him to this building.
Mm-hmm.
Takes him up.
Very nice building.
Yep. Takes him up to talk to into a room with, it's just Fury and Maria Hill.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, okay, what's going on? He's like, I got this projector. It came off of one of the drones or whatever. It came from the thing.
Yeah.
It's all an illusion. And Fury's like, okay, who else knows about this? And he won't say. He won't tell who else knows. He's like,
He's like, well, Quentin Beck's here.
Yep. He's like, I can feel it. I can feel it. He's here.
Mm-hmm.
Drone shoots Fury.
Mm-hmm.
Maria Hill just like dissolves because she's part of the...
she's an illusion.
Part of the illusion.
Michael.
Mm-hmm.
And then Spider-Man gets shot back as well. He gets blasted.
Oh, okay. There's like the building starts like...
Hologramic.
Yeah. It's so hard to explain all this.
Yeah, he goes into a big, like, Mysterio sends him into a big illusion, basically.
Yeah. And
can't tell where he is, what's going on.
And he keeps like sending him in and out of it and everything. It's really confusing.
I thought it looked good though. I thought it was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's very Mysterio. Yeah, that's Mysterio for you.
Okay, so that goes on.
Real.
That goes on for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like it goes on forever.
It did, and it like you would think it would be done, and then no.
Exactly, because it's like, oh, he got out of it, and then suddenly he's back in it again. I'm like, oh, come on! I thought we were done with this.
But he gets to where he's like facing off with Mysterio.
Yes.
And
then
Mysterio's gonna shoot him.
Yep, and then suddenly he gets shot instead. Fury shot him.
Okay.
Yep.
He lived.
Got him. So, yeah. And then he's like, okay, now tell me who else knows about this. And he's like, okay, well, Ned knows and MJ knows, and Ned probably told Betty.
Yeah.
And he's like, thank you, you idiot, for telling me everything.
You look so dumb right now.
You're like such a dummy. Because it was Beck. It's not Fury. It was not. Which makes sense because it's like, okay, how did he know immediately to pick him up? And
Yep.
So
got him.
And then he takes him out of the illusion for real.
Yeah.
And he immediately gets hit by a train.
Yep.
Peter immediately gets hit by a train.
Yep.
He survives it.
Barely.
But
he's
hurt. And
passes out on the train.
Yep. And Beck sends the class trip to London so that they can leave from London to go back to the US.
Yeah.
So yeah. Because that's where the big attack is going to be in London.
It's going to happen.
So Peter wakes up. He's in a jail in the Netherlands.
Yep.
With some football fans. I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
And he breaks out of the jail cell.
Yeah.
But they're all like really nice. The guard doesn't care. You know?
Yeah, he's trying on the mask.
Yep.
Calling his friends or something.
I think it was calling his wife because his wife was pregnant.
That's right. But he was talking about he was the night monkey.
Yeah, night monkey. Yeah. So he gets out of there. Everybody is like ridiculously nice there.
Yeah. The guy's in jail. He breaks the lock so he can get out of jail. The guys just close it back.
Yeah, they close themselves back in there. No. They're talking to the guard. They're like, yeah we're okay. He goes out. There's like vendors like with the little stalls and stuff out in the market. And he asks one of them if he can use his cell phone. He's like, yeah, sure.
Of course.
Gives it to him. He calls somebody. He's in the tells him where, he's like, this is where I am. Come pick me up. Come pick me up. I need a ride home.
Please.
And so the next thing we see, he's out in a tulip field.
Yep.
A big jet shows up. It's happy.
Just messes up tulips.
Messes up those tulips like crazy.
I was so sad.
But it's happy. Happy is there to pick him up. He's like, wait, how do I know that you're actually happy?
Yeah.
And he tells him
some trauma going.
Yeah. And he tells him, when we were in Germany, I know that you
you charged an adult movie.
Yeah, charge an adult maybe to the hotel. And he's like, oh, it is you, Happy.
Okay, stop talking.
Yeah, exactly. So Happy has to give him stitches and everything because he's beat up real bad.
He is.
And then he's like, we've got to go to London. That's where the next attack is going to be. But
I messed up. I'm an idiot. I'm so dumb.
Yeah, and he also finds out that that's where the class is going to be, too, because he goes and looks at Flash's Instagram feed, because he's always live, basically, on Instagram, and he's talking about how they're going to London or whatever. Yeah. And he's like, oh, no, they're all going to be in London. We've got to get there. He's going to kill my friends. He's going to kill my friends! Yeah. So he's like, I need a Spider-Man suit.
Yeah.
So he basically builds his own Spider-Man suit. Because it's got all that Stark tech and everything.
It does.
And
3D prints that baby.
Yep. And as he's like playing around with it, Happy looks back there and sees him, and he's like, it's like having Tony back. Oh. And Tony was his best friend. Yeah. So that was really cute. Yeah. I love that part of it.
And he consoled him. He was like, I know you messed up, but you know, Tony always second guessed himself and everything. So, you know, it happens to the best of us. And Tony was the best of us.
Aww. So, yeah, it was really sweet.
Yeah.
I'm getting teary-eyed just thinking about it.
Me too.
I'm not joking. Why am I crying?
Oh, sweet. Oh.
Oh, man. So, the kids get to London. They're picked up for a tour.
Mm-hmm. On the double-decker bus.
It's one of the bad guys.
Duh.
What was his name?
Guterman.
I called him Gooberman.
Yeah,
but it was Guterman. So yeah, he was the one who writes the stories for the illusions and stuff. Anyway, so he's taking them on a bus tour. Mysterio is like, okay, we're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna kill Fury, Maria Hill, and Peter's friends.
Yep.
And I guess he thinks that he already killed Peter, but he did not.
Yeah. They park the bus on the Tower Bridge. London Bridge.
Yeah, it's the Tower Bridge.
Yeah, but Flash calls it the London Bridge.
Yeah.
He was like, he said London Bridge, but it's the Tower Bridge.
It's the Tower Bridge. Yeah. Exactly. Happy says something about the Peter Tingle, of course.
Yeah. You got your Peter Tingle going?
Peter Tingle's working again?
Yeah.
Okay. Which obviously it is, because he knew that Mysterio was there in Berlin. So he's like, I think if I can just get inside the illusion, then I can,
take down the drones.
Take everything down.
Yeah.
So the drones are there. The illusion is happening. It's the big monster that they saw while they were looking at it at the bridge.
It's the Voltron of the elementals. They all joined together.
Okay, yeah. Because they were said
like,
something about Power Rangers. Like, oh, it's more like Voltron. So
but the Power Rangers come together.
They
too.
do.
I don't know why everybody always does that.
Yeah, they do. I mean, it's basically the same as Voltron.
It is. I mean, it's a ripoff, basically, right?
So, I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you've got the Megazord. Come on! Anyway, so MJ realizes that they're in danger because she sees the illusion and everything. And she's like, Mysterio shows up.
It's happening.
He's fighting it and everything. She's like, oh crap!
Not good.
This is not good. We've got to get out of here.
Yeah. Luckily, they get off the bus because it gets destroyed like immediately.
Yeah. They get off. They had been off the bus for a little bit, I think. But they're watching it from the from the bank of the river, I guess. And Fury gets a phone call from Happy. Yeah. He's kind of like, how'd you get this number? Yeah. But Happy tells him something.
Yeah, don't believe everything you see or something like that. Yeah. Looks can be deceiving.
Says something about a snowboard or
yeah, he says some dude coming in on a snowboard. I don't know what he's saying.
I don't know. Anyway, so
he's like, you got the coded message. Nailed it.
Yeah, exactly. So Fury's like, okay, this is not real. There's something fishy going on here. Yeah. Peter arrives, of course.
Climbs above the illusion, jumps down into it.
Yep.
He's got a parachute.
Yep.
Tiny little parachute.
Oh, it is the tiniest parachute. I'm like, how does this even work?
I feel like his body is blocking most of the air coming towards the parachute.
Exactly. So
but I'm not a parachuter. I don't know.
He goes into the illusion. He starts putting web between as many of the drones as he can. And then he kind of like electrifies it. Electrifies? Oh my gosh. And then he kind of electrifies it. Yeah. And so that takes down the illusion, basically. It's coming apart. Uh-oh.
Beck is watching from a bridge.
Yep.
Spider-Man sees him.
Yep.
So he calls down a bunch of drones to kill him.
Go after Peter.
Yeah.
And Happy goes to get the kids.
Yeah.
So he lands the jet. He goes after them.
Beck notices.
Beck sees it, destroys the jet.
Yeah.
So they have to run into the Tower of London, basically.
Yep.
So it's Happy, MJ, Ned, Betty, and Flash.
Yeah.
Like a throw Flash.
A core group.
Yeah. All their friends, you know.
Yep.
And Flash. So they head into the vault where the crown jewels are because it's going to be the safest place for them because the walls are thicker there. It's going to take a little bit before the drones can get through there.
Yep.
One of the drones, of course, before they can even get in there, it follows them in there. And
it's like a raptor.
Yeah. And Betty throws something on the ground.
Armor, like a suit of armor.
Yeah. And
MJ
grabs a mace and just smashes it so they can get inside. Yep.
But they're cutting through the door of the vault.
Yep. So Peter is being attacked by all of these drones. One of them sets him on fire because one of them has like a flamethrower.
Yeah,
it's like, where did this come from?
They have just all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I guess it's to make it, there was the fire elemental, so I guess it kind of needed one with a flamethrower.
Yeah.
So he gets set on fire at one point, has to go into the water to...
He just skims that water.
Yeah, skims the water.
We're just like, dude, get in the water. Get in the water. You're on fire.
And then one of the drones has like a bunch of them have like a sonic blast kind of thing.
Yeah.
That blasts him off the bridge.
Like sandwich him in some cars. She was like, okay, he's dead.
Finally, we got rid of this guy. Jeez.
Let's kill his friends now.
Yep. So he gets knocked into the water. He comes out of it. He has no webs anymore.
Yep.
So he's got to figure something else out.
Yeah. No, it just goes to like Happy and them admitting things.
Yeah.
Embarrassing things about themselves.
Exactly.
And then, so there's like a little broken drone that's shooting up like blasts that can propel stuff.
Yeah.
Takes apart a drone, gets a core out of it.
Yep.
And then
he puts something together. He grabs a sign for the Tower Bridge. He has the other piece of the core with some stuff, and he's got it all wrapped up in web.
Yeah.
And he looks like Captain America because he's using the Tower Bridge as the shield, and then Thor because it looks like he's got the hammer.
Yep.
And he throws the hammer up into the drones. Blasts them out of the way. Explodes. And then he jumps on top of that shield.
Yep.
On the one that is doing the sonic blast, and it blasts him up into the bridge where Quentin Beck is.
Yep. So and speaking of Captain America, Happy has grabbed a shield whenever they go into the vault. Yes. And this dude is a great hero. Captain America throws it, and it does not go well at all.
Nothing.
It was so funny.
It goes maybe 3 feet.
I think I missed that the first time I saw this, and I loved it this time. That was great.
So funny.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. As the illusion's going away, also, Maria Hill has climbed to the top of the tower, and then a drone appears in front of Nick Fury, and he's like, you got me, and she blows it up.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
So, good job, them.
Yeah, exactly.
Glad they didn't have one on Maria.
Yeah. I mean, they probably did at one point, but then maybe it got destroyed or something, because they were supposed to take her out, too. So, I don't know. Anyway, so he's up there with Mysterio now. Yep. And Mysterio puts him back into an illusion, basically. Yeah. But he can use his Peter Tingle to break out of it and to
destroys them drones.
Destroy the drones and get it out of the illusion.
He's down to like 4. Beck's trying to order him to just kill him. It's like, you're in the blast zone, don't.
Yep. It's like, do it anyway!
Do it!
So he knocks all of them out. He comes out of the illusion. Beck is on the ground.
Yeah, one of the machine guns shot him.
Yep. And so he goes up to him. He's talking to him.
Yeah.
And...
why'd you do it?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm sorry. He doesn't say that.
I don't remember what he says. But
he's like, they'll believe whatever I want them to believe. Yeah. Or they're gullible. Whatever. The people will.
Well, I think he says that later.
Maybe.
Because he's on the ground at this point, and he's, they're talking to each other, and then Peter's still using that Peter Tingle because of course he realizes that's not actually Beck on the ground.
Grabs the side of him.
Yep. And that's him.
Mysterio tried to shoot him, but he missed.
Yep, and he gets shot.
He was still shot.
Or
he had actually
been
shot by the drone,
So he falls down and everything.
Yeah.
So Peter has to stop it, so he grabs Edith.
Yeah.
Puts the glasses back on and is like, stop the drones, execute them all.
Yeah, she's like, do you want to execute all stop programs or whatever? Which is a weird way to phrase it, but
exactly.
It's fine.
So,
it's like, yes, execute them all.
Execute them all.
Do it.
So, kill it.
Execute them all.
So yeah, all the
66.
all the drones stop and they just like fly up off into the air. They're like, bye.
Yeah.
We'll see you later. Maybe.
Bye, humans. Sorry.
We didn't mean to kill all of you. Yep. And that's when Beck is like, nowadays people will believe anything.
Yeah.
And then he dies.
Mm-hmm.
And then William
singing.
No.
She bang. Okay.
William is still at the laptop.
Yep.
He has a flash drive or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes the flash drive, closes the laptop, and leaves. And it's like, oh, where'd he go?
What's
what
he
happened?
doing?
So, shenanigans are afoot.
Mm-hmm. But for now, it's over.
Yep, it's over. Everybody's safe.
Mm-hmm.
MJ shows up on the bridge.
Yep.
To find Peter. Happy gave her the necklace because he gave it to Happy and was like, hey, if you see her...
If I don't make it,
give this to her. So he gave her the necklace and...
It's broken.
It broke. And he's like, oh no, but I had this plan and everything.
I was going to tell you.
Exactly. And she kisses him.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
Cute little peck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I wasn't just watching you because of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I was actually watching you because... I really like you.
Yeah.
And he's like, I really like you. And then they kiss. And it was really cute.
It was cute.
And then Happy goes to talk to Nick Fury. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I wanted to talk to Spider-Man. He's like, he'll call you.
Yeah. You want to talk to my baby.
And Fury's like, he'll call me? Excuse me?
This guy right here.
Yep. So they get home from their trip.
Mm-hmm.
Peter and MJ are an item now.
Mm-hmm.
They're holding hands.
Yeah.
And then
Sadly.
Ned and Betty are there, and Peter's like, hey, maybe we could like go on a double date or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, we broke up.
Yeah, but Ned is very wise about it all.
Yeah.
Says very wise things.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so then we have Peter talking to somebody, and we find out it is May and Happy. He wants to know if they're dating or not. And May's like, no! And Happy's like, yes. It's like, uh-oh. Yeah,
gotta define that relationship.
Because she's like, it was just a summer fling. And he's like, what do you mean? No, we're actually dating. What?
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, well, I'm going to get out of here and let you guys figure this out. So he goes to meet up with MJ. He's taking her for a swing.
Yep. And it looks terrifying.
Yep, swings around the city and she is scared to death.
He drops her a little bit.
And
it's pretty messed up.
That's where it ends.
Yep.
So then we have our mid-credits. The swing, they're finishing their little swing. She's like, never want to do that again.
Yeah. That was like, terrifying.
Yep. And so he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna head on off.
Yep.
He goes on top of like a light pole or whatever, and there's breaking news. Mm-hmm. And it's like all on the screens.
Yeah, like a Times Square kind of.
Yep. And it is from an anonymous source.
Yeah.
There's a message from Quentin Beck. And, Spider-Man attacked me, he says.
He's taking over the drones.
Yep.
It's gonna attack everybody.
Yep. And then it has Peter saying, execute them all.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, come on. Yep. And it's like, where did we get this information from? The Daily Bugle. It's J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
And it is, what's his face?
J.K.
Simmons. Not J.K. Rowling. It's J.K. Simmons back playing J. Jonah Jameson.
That was great. I was so happy to see that.
Because I was like, oh my gosh!
He's the best. What? He's the best J. Jonah Jameson.
Like, he's J. Jonah Jameson in every...
He is. And I love it.
In every universe.
Yep. It's great.
And then, of course, he shows the very last part of the message. And he's also talking about how, Mysterio was like the greatest
Avenger.
The greatest hero to have ever lived and all this stuff. And,
oh, boy.
And the last message that Mysterio has is that Spider-Man's real name is Peter Parker. Yeah. And then it shows a picture of Peter. And he's like, oh, no.
Uh-oh.
So, yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it ends.
And that's what led to No Way Home.
Yep. That messed everything
all
up.
All that mess, yeah.
Yep. So then we have our post-credit scene.
Yep.
And this was... You said that you hated this.
I hated this.
Yeah, I also hated this.
Yes, I was so mad.
But it also made more sense.
Yeah, it did.
With how Nick Fury was in the movie.
Yeah.
Because it was like, why would he fall for this?
Yeah.
This is so dumb. He would have investigated this more for sure, right?
Yeah.
And then the way he was being so mean to Peter and everything. It's because it wasn't Nick Fury.
Or Maria Hill.
No. There were Skrulls. It was Talos and another Skrull.
Yep. I was like... Come on, man. And then he calls Nick Fury to tell him everything.
Yep.
And Nick Fury is up in space. Yep. He's on Saber, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And
which is actually supposed to be Sword, but they changed it to Saber.
Yeah, because they used Sword for something else, didn't they?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember. I feel like they did. It's
supposed to be Sword and Shield, basically, but now it's Saber and Shield.
Right.
But anyway, so yeah, he's up in space.
Yeah, and it was just like the whole... That's why I hate the Skrulls, man. It just, like, cheapens everything.
Yeah.
It's just unnecessary deception. Like, would it have really changed anything much? I mean, Nick Fury wouldn't have fallen for it, but come on. I hated it.
And then Nick Fury doesn't come back down to Earth until...
Secret Invasion. Oh, boy.
Our favorite Skrull TV show.
Yes. Couldn't get enough of them Skrulls.
Yay.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that was the movie.
Yep. Fun until the very last part.
Yeah.
So, and it led up to a really great movie.
I was going to say, it was a great setup for the third movie.
It was. I was like, oh man, how's this gonna happen? And then, I can't remember what I was... Oh, because Mephisto was big at the time.
Oh my gosh.
As we have talked
really
about.
Gonna go into Mephisto again.
Oh, and then I was like, oh man, One More Day is a comic storyline everybody hates where he makes a deal with Mephisto to make everybody forget that he's Peter Parker. And he sacrifices his relationship with MJ and all that. So, yeah. I was like, oh boy, we're going to see Mephisto. We didn't see Mephisto, but that's probably for the best.
And then WandaVision, everybody's like, Mephisto!
Mephisto confirmed!
No. And then we were watching Loki, and it was like, oh my gosh, is that Mephisto?
There he is.
No. It was just another Loki there.
No, Mephistos. One day, we're going to get some Mephisto.
When we finally do get Mephisto, everybody's going to be like, oh, no,
okay.
That's it.
Oh, it's disappointing.
Oh, boy.
All right. Well, let's move on to our snack then.
Okay.
This week we have Pop Tarts. But what kind of Pop Tarts?
Because there are lots of kinds of Pop Tarts.
There are.
These are Apple Jacks.
Apple Jack
Pop Tarts.
They're doing special crossover Pop Tarts, which is interesting. So we're going to give them a try.
Yeah.
All right. So we've heated them up for maximum tastiness. So we're going to say, I usually don't even heat up my Pop-Tarts because I just generally eat them on the go.
I just heat them up in the microwave because I never have a toaster.
They do smell really good.
I told you.
Very apple-y. It's good.
It is pretty good.
Very cinnamony. I like Applejack cereal too.
I do
it's pretty
too.
good. I never get it, but it's good. I'm definitely on board with these.
It's not like, it doesn't have like an overpowering apple taste either.
Yeah.
It's more cinnamon than apple, but I'm fine with that. I mean, my favorite Pop-Tart is brown sugar cinnamon, so
it's true.
This is right up my alley.
Yeah.
This is really good.
This might be one of my top Pop-Tarts, honestly. Top Tarts.
Pop-Tart. It's a Pop-Tart.
All right, what are you going to rate it?
Can I finish chewing?
No. I'm going to rate it. Not good. I'll give it a 8.5. I like them.
You're going higher than I am. I was just going to give it like a 7.
Okay.
But I mean, that's still on the high end.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
It's pretty good.
Digging it.
I don't know if they're like limited edition or if this is just something they're just going to keep doing for now.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure. It probably says on the box, but I'm too lazy to walk back in there and get it. So, sorry.
Sorry, guys. Look it up. All right. Well, have you tried these Pop-Tarts? How do they rank in your Pop-Tarts? How'd you like the Spider-Man movie? Did the Skrulls annoy you too? Let us know on X at Having Fun Cast, or on Facebook at Having Fun Pod.
Or you can send us an email at havingfunpod@gmail.com.
All right, go have fun, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.